Gino, you're not helping me understand this Val Venis meme. I'm still confused. But I know what made him post it. So, he's under attack, Gino, from lovers like you.
He's also under attack because he hasn't been willing to pay so much money for his trademark for his name anymore. So again, he needs to slowly and surely remove the name Val Venis from everywhere, unless he's willing to pay up like he should be for his trademark.
So that is a big part of this. The tried to copyright his own name. We're going to get to that, Gino. But let's start with, look, he feels threatened a little bit. Look, let's see. The left, Val Venis said, the leftist file supporting mental illness affirming godless nut jobs always act tough on social media, and they do. And why are they still on X? X is for us now, the Val Venises. You can go to Threads, okay? You can go to Gab. Gab is for liberals now. Twitter's for the Nazis. Look, he said, they have threatened to show up at events I've been booked at to protest. Spit in my face, beat me up, and even threaten to kill me. I get all that, too. This crap, I love that, though. I love a death threat in DMs. I reply. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. And they never do it, you know. This crap has been going on for 5 years, he says. Not one time has any of these musty basement dwellers, well-dwellers, made good on their threats. They are cowards. And, Gino, that's your side. You and your in Israel, you're a coward.
No, it's because we realize we could be all this way online and just try to get a response. All we want is to control you, idiot. You're actually responding to us. Good job.
Gino, that's f***ed up, bro. So here's the guy. Look, this is the guy. Hang 'em high. Gino, what's this account known for? I've seen it before. I thought he was cool, though. I didn't know he, so he's a
No, Hang 'em High is just like a troll account. This is Triple H's burner account. You haven't learned about Hang 'em High?
I thought I did. I thought I liked Hang 'em High. I'm not following him, but I could have sworn that was a name I'd heard of. But look what he's doing, Gino. He put a GoFundMe together, like you mentioned, to steal the Val Venis name, and 38 people helped him. This GoFundMe is called Val Venis is Not More. I assume that means no more. Is that like an over 9,000 meme I don't get? Is that in purposely bad grammar? I don't know. So Hang 'em High said, sup. My name's Thievy, and I want to own the Val Venis trademark. Well, not just own it, just to own it. Look what he says here. This is important. This is why we hate him. Yeah, I want to do something cool and positive with it. So, honestly, this is kind of funny. Like, if it wasn't a guy we love, Val Venis, and if it wasn't for rights, we'd love it. But it's against the guy we love, Val Venis, and it's not for anything cool and positive. It's for rights. Look, Gino. Look what he did. He made these stickers, right? So, all right, this guy was trying to take the Val Venis copyright. They saw that WWE didn't own it anymore. Now, Val Venis has his own legal response we're going to see soon. But for now, we're supposed to think it's free to take. And he's going to take it. However, he has to create some sort of commerce with it. So we made a sticker, a series of stickers. But look what he did. So he said, this ain't the guy. So, but it's supposed to be for the guy. Oh, look, okay, it's for V. Okay, all right, they work together. This is for V. Okay. Thievy, as he called himself. Look, proud to be Valley is one. And we'll tell you what Val means in a second. Val Venis with a rainbow vomiting out of a cloud. Does anyone think rainbows are cool? Does anyone really think are cool? If so, you're not cool. Why are you acting like you're the good guys or the cool side? Why do 38 people who supported this act that way? It's cringe. This is the past, okay? You're on the wrong side of history if you're cutting off kids' dicks. We don't do that anymore. I know CM Punk told you we do. We don't. Look at this. And here's another one. That's a big Valbowski to my ego. That's lame. That one's kind of cool. I want that one. But look, it says LGBTQ pride. Again, so it's kind of funny to take a wrestler who you disagree with and take his copyright and make merchandise on it that's against his philosophies. Except in this case, Val Venis' philosophies rule, and yours are destructive and ruining our country. So it's not cool anymore. Now, the logo looks kind of good, though. It's kind of a Tetris theme. So, look, he says, V will be donating. Look at this. I want to throw up. V will be donating all proceeds to LGBTQ plus charities. Geno, and why is Ringside News on this side? I talk to Steve Carrier every day, basically. We used to, now every week. He doesn't agree with this. Steve Carrier is not an LGBTQ guy, but he gets involved. He gets anti-Val. And it just becomes like a trend. It becomes like, let's f with Val Venis, let's be funny. But no, it's not funny when you're changing children's gender behind their parents' back, which is what California is passing legislation to do now. And that's the side you're on. This is so 2017, and we don't want it anymore. We've all revolted. We've all woken up. Why haven't you? This isn't funny. So, Geno, you have a boyfriend in Israel. You might love it.
I am a fan of just using this to embrace and just making fun of obviously Tata. This is what we need to embrace. Is like this is the top type of meme culture we want, is to have people willing to spend money to support this meme as far as it can go. Just like when Hollywood brought back Morbius because everyone's doing the whole Morbius meme. They thought this is actually be the right time. This is the right time to do this because of all the people going all up in arms because they want to support transgenders and transgender rights. So doing this as a big meme and just a big joke and be like, hey, look, let's also ruin a guy's career for, because Val Venis is just a troll on the internet, so we'll out-troll this wannabe old troll and have realized that we're actually better than him, more funny than
Val
him.
Venis isn't some troll. He's speaking freedom and truth to you, and you need to wake the f up. And I grew up with Spider-Man cartoon. I know about Morbius and Plasma. Morbius was cool back in the 90s. That was cringe. That wasn't funny either. And it's all cool and stuff, but they don't mean it to be. It's destructive and destroying lives. Do you want to see the picture of the fake that was put on our Discord? Look at that. This is what you support. So Val Venis is wrong. Val Venis is crazy. But shredding up your genitals is completely cool and normal.
As long as that's what you want to do as a fucking individual and you feel like that's your freedom.
They don't want to do it. That's the thing. No one came up with this. It's put on you through the media. It's the new punk rock, and there's nothing rebellious about it. It's a big trick. It's a trick to ruin our culture.
And again, if they're tricked toward, then it's again their fucking fault. They want to ruin their lives. That's perfectly fine. That's their choice. Why do I care about what other people do?
It's bigger than just the one guy who f***ed his life up. Now it's our kids. Now it's getting into your household through TikTok and now it's spreading. It's not just one guy anymore. Now it went from 0.003% to someone who did it. Now it's a problem. It's our culture getting destroyed. You should care. Because the people you pretend to be on the side of fucking hate you because you're a white guy. People hate you for being white, and you won't realize that.
Because so far in my life, no one's actually said they hate me for being white. I've actually been able to enjoy my life with the people I've been around.
They destroy you. Affirmative action, diversity, DEI. It's all anti-you. They don't have to look at a fat named Geno and say, I hate you for being white. They take your opportunities away, and next thing you know, you're sitting in your room sneaking chips behind my fucking back while we're talking, paying for a gym membership you won't use, giving up on your own existence because it's by their design, and you think it's your freedom that brought you to this place. You're a victim too. You should be living the American dream like our parents and grandparents. Instead, we're second-class citizens in our own country. We're being passed up for jobs that we're qualified for, and the people who get it aren't. They're destroying us. They don't have to look you in the face and tell you that, because that would be against what they're doing. The whole agenda is a secret.
And that's why I don't mind being ignorant to the secret, because I'm just still being able to work and be able to pay for what I absolutely need and live my life.
You're living in your mom's house. It's not your house. You're not living and working and paying. You're living for free in your mom's house, and you're paying for the internet. You're not paying and working. You're not living the American dream. You should have a fucking 2-car garage. That's yours. Your mom, you should be buying your mom a new house while having your own house. You should have a convertible. Everyone in the 80s had a convertible. When Ronald Reagan was president, when Margaret Thatcher was prime minister, we all had convertibles. Now we're all living in nationalized housing.
And that's just how things sadly are. It's just the way it is.
And that's what's pathetic. You're a quitter, and that's why you're 400 pounds.
And that's why I don't mind it. Again, I'm a quitter, but I'm still willing to support my family being here with my family.
Well, you must not mind it if you're sneaking chips during the show. How can a guy at your weight eat chips? I would never eat chips.
Again, why would people waste money on chips when you're just trying to see that that's what chips were when they weren't even chips in that picture?
And here's this guy with his fucking stickers being a pawn to the bad guys. This is bad guy shit. This is the result of it. Just like in Berlin, Geno, in the 1930s, when pregnant mothers and daughters were themselves. You're sitting back and you're supporting shit like this. As Val Venis fights the good fight, and you go, let's meme on him. And by the way, Val's going to win. Val already won because we're on his side. But Val's going to win. He has nothing to worry about. So here are the stickers they used to establish a use of the term for commerce. By the way, what the name means. Look, here's the website. Let's see the website. They made a Val Venis website to steal his business name. Look, our mission is to support the LGBTQ plus community. And again, let's go back 2 tweets. They think this is cool and positive. So you're just a sheep? You do realize if you sit down and brainstorm this for literally 45 seconds, you'll realize there's nothing cool about this or positive about this. You're destroying your own culture. Our mission is to support the LGBT. Do you know what the plus means? It means you want to kids with your dumb Val Venis logo? Look at this. Quotes? What could the quotes be? We are... What are these quotes? Who the fuck is Audrey? What is this? What the fuck? I can't say it. One of the... What is this shit? Oh my god, it's so fake. But Obama! Obama quotes! Oh my god. If you think this is cool, you're so fucking lame. You're my enemy. So here's what it means. When they stole it, they made Val mean valued allies of LGBTQ+. I'll take the Valbowski back. Venis means vital educational and non-judgmental informational services. I'll take Val Venis back. You know, he was the Intercontinental Champion, and he was a great promo, and he was a porn star, and he f***ed women, not men, and he was a guy. He didn't just say he was. And he knew, he named the... And Val Venis never lost a court battle. He gets traffic tickets, he goes in there, he annoys them till he wins. That's the secret. This is sick. So, again, Geno, hang him high, right? I thought I knew him. I clearly don't. This guy sucks.
So it's a guy I'm going to still support because, again, I care about people who are willing to go that extra mile for memes like this, to really meme on an old man.
It's not a meme anymore. They're not a meme anymore. It's gone beyond that. Memes aren't funny when they're about how files are cool. That's the line. Now memes are lame when they do that. That's a Kamala Harris meme. We don't like the meme queen.
I support the meme queen compared to what we now have, where memes are fucking tainted and have to be like, oh, you have to be nice or you have to be fucking good, you have to be PC, but you can go above and beyond.
Geno, no. The memes we like are, I say and like, even though I say worse than that. I have a different word for that I use. But that's the type of memes. Don't ever tell me the right-wing memes are soft. They're not. We don't cushion our memes. The only funny memes you'll see are about crime. Those aren't soft memes. That's real fucking hard reality, slapping dumb fucks like you in the face. So stop right fucking there. I won't let you speak that way. This guy's the worst. Does anyone fucking like him? Does anyone like Geno? No, unironically. I would love to meet you. All right, so there's the website from Hang 'em High. And then we go into, look at this. Val's wiki got updated, and this is temporary. So Hang 'em High tweets this out, big funny thing. By the way, this is gone now. It's not, his little victory's gone. So, but this is a moment in time we're going to read. The Wikipedia for Val Venis briefly said, in 2024, Morley lost the naming rights of the Val Venis persona, but he really didn't, to ex-user Hang 'em High. This stemmed from the user's resentment of Morley's homophobic and transphobic comments. Look at this. So, Gino, you're telling me homophobic and transphobic memes are soft? No, those are the ones that get taken down. That's what got Reese suspended from Discord. We're the ones telling the fucking truth at a time when you get persecuted for it. I lost everything to tell the truth. I lost everything to have 2 MAGA hats behind me. And I'll do it again. I regret nothing. I don't need Google's money or Alphabet's money. I'd rather speak my fucking mind. Because this is a cycle. And even if the cycle turns when I'm already dead, fine. At least I'll be remembered the right way. I have no doubt I'm on the right side of history. Leave my daughter's pussy alone. It ain't a... Is that crazy? Yup, that's bannable. Look at this. Resentment of Morley's homophobic and transphobic comments. And so, yeah, if you resent Morley's political stances on... I resent you. Val Venis is telling you the truth. Listen to it and learn from it. I go on the fappeningblog.com to look at wrestler leaks. And I see people on there arguing about... People get banned for going, whoa, don't post Nyla Rose, that's a guy. That's not a girl. Literally a mod will ban that person and go, actually, that is a girl. Because she says she is. That's not how it works. You're wrong. How did you get mod powers? And literally that mod on that off message board is the best example of the people who run Facebook, who run YouTube. Somehow those dumb f***s are running our life. So no, this little Wikipedia update, it's gone. It's not funny. And Hang'em High will never have a Wikipedia page. Val Venis always will. Val Venis has a place in history. This guy doesn't. So here's an email Hang'em High got. Let's see. Some lawyer said to him, if you decide you want to move forward, please send me your legal name and address and phone number, and we will run a conflicts check and get you an engagement letter and retainer request. So this is him like being like, yeah, look, I'm getting Val. Look at the replies. If this is serious, you're a fucking legend. A legend with his rainbow file flag stickers. No, that's not a legend. That's going to be a relic in no time. Come December, all that stuff's going to be gone. No more puberty blockers come next year, Gino. Our new president's banning them just like England did. Was England wrong to ban puberty blockers, Gino?
I don't think anyone's wrong for banning whatever they want to whenever they're in charge. That's something whoever actually legitimately wins fairly in a real election,
it's not fair.
They get to do whatever they want to.
No. Choke on a chip you're sneaking. So Val Venis replies. Look what Val Venis says. Why would someone even consider taking another man's business name? The only reason I can think of is pure spite. It is. Look, these individuals are driven by hatred, which clouds their judgment. They seem to believe they can use a government entity to usurp my business name. And Gino, here's where the bad news comes for you. And hang 'em high. Doesn't matter if you register the trademark. Val Venis wins. Look. Let them waste their money, he says. Just like when the WWE wasted tens of thousands of dollars trying to take my business name from me. These people act as if common law doesn't exist because they know nothing about law. Look. And forget that I've never lost in court. That's true. This is another example of the failures of public education. Pray for them. Let their lawyers drain their funds. And that's what he means. The Jew is going to take Hang'em High's money, and he'll get nothing in the end. So he quoted his own tweet that said, I'm a God-fearing anarchist, says Val. I have absolutely no use for the entity called government. This guy fucking rules. I own the name Val Venis in all caps. I will never use the trademark office of the government to legally protect the name. Why? Well, as WWE found out, my total documented history of using the name for business purposes, both inside and outside of wrestling since '98, along with all my well-documented social media using the name, the United States Trademark Office denied the WWE several times. So he's saying, common law, I've already used it for decades. I don't have to pay to keep it. You can pay to steal it and you'll lose. Look, in their attempts to acquire the name without my permission. And that's what happened. WWE spent tens of thousands of dollars to steal this name. And they said, whoa, Sean Morley, you need his permission. he's been using it. Here's this example and this example and this. Not just a few tranny stickers either. He's been Val Venis for decades. Common law. You need his permission. It's his name. Sorry, Hang 'em High. Your little troll quest that Geno's fully behind because he has a boyfriend in Israel ain't going to work. Look at this. The United States Trademark Office has denied WWE several times. The high-powered attorneys for the WWE abandoned their attempt to acquire the name Val Venis. I do not need the United States government to protect my business. Just the same as when you make a song, you don't have to copyright it. It's protected already. A copyright is right instant. The second you make something, you're protected. You don't have to register it. Look at this. A fair and impartial judge in a fair and impartial court is all I need. And it always comes down to some judge. And that's why Trump would constantly lose, because they're all DNC. Look, here's another tweet. Val Venis said, I take no joy in watching these mental midget morons take rope, shaking my damn head. I'm done issuing my warnings. They can never say I did not attempt to let them know. And he has screenshots of the GoFundMe, the people who donated. They're on the hit list. The organizer, Hang 'em High, and the tweet. So he's following as close as us, and he knows he won. Look, Val Venis now, though, is going after Fightful. Because here's the thing. People are like Geno. Hang 'em High thinks he's getting some clout from this. He's over here being a or something. And then all of a sudden, Fightful wants to latch on and get some clout. Ringside News, who hates Ringside News, multiple drunk rants against Nyla Rose. Suddenly, they're taking the side. Steve Carrier, you better find Jesus. You better rethink this, or I'm blocking you. I'm on Val Venis' side. If you're not, I don't want to know you. Let's make that clear. So Fightful, Ringside News. I'll start using Sportskeeda again. I don't give a I don't need Ringside News. They just steal the stories anyway. I don't need some Indian rewriting a story. You. So look at this. Val Venis. These delusional folks just keep leaving weighted evidence of collusion everywhere. So now Val Venis is acting like he's building a legal case. Look, it's evidence of collusion now. Look. These delusional folks keep leaving weighted evidence of collusion. I wonder what @Fightful is worth these days. Civil suits are fun, so he's going to sue them. So look, Sean Ross Sapp tweeted, LOL, let me hit up a friend who might be able to make something fun happen here. Of course, Sean Ross Sapp's getting involved. Geno, is that the side you want to be on, Sean Ross Sapp? The guy who was going to beat up Bill Body, a minority, for supposedly being racist, as Sean Ross Sapp's a white dude?
No, I'm just on the side that wants to watch everything burn. People waste their fucking money because they're all dumbass marks. That's all I want to do. I'm on the side of people wasting fucking money, supporting a meme that will end up being a waste. I just care about seeing how far it goes. That's what I like.
So you're an anarchist like Val. You're on Val's side.
Yeah, I like seeing these people fucking waste money. I want to support the meme because I feel like this is going to keep going further and further. People spend more and more of their time and money and efforts onto it that'll end up being for nothing on both sides.
All right, so thank you, Sean, said Hang 'em High. This is Val Venis' evidence of collusion. By the way, Geno, you don't want to see everything burn. You just don't know anything about anything. So you would love to just be on the outside where people who know nothing belong. Look, Fightful says, valued ally. Let's get this more visible. Valued allies of LGBTQ+. Hey, cross-eyed idiot who does coke. You've always been the worst. If you're one of these, then good. I was right in my assessment of your character. Okay, so now look, the Val Venis. They're posting the Val Venis trademark. They're asked. Now we have the case viewer. What is this? The undersigned being hereby warned that willful false statements and the like are punishable by fine or imprisonment. Val's going to get you fined and imprisoned. Because Geno, even though he's an anarchist, he lives in a country of law and order. Consent is required for registration of a pseudonym, stage name, or nickname. Meaning Val needs to consent and he hasn't. You're legally liable now. Your little meme got you in trouble. And Val Venis will gladly take legal repercussion against you. If the name, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's just showing they need signed consent, which they don't have. God bless you, Val Venis. And now Val goes directly at Fightful. So look, he says, actually there's two here. No, he goes at Ringside News and Fightful. Which one do we want to read first? Let's start with the Ringside News one first. So again, Ringside News, that's what we use for news. Steve Carrier and I DM personally. I thought I liked him. If he is really gonna go against Val, I got to take Val's side. There's no Steve Carrier in my life anymore. And he's fine with it, I'm sure, and I'm fine with it too. Look, he and I DM, but there's never been any confusion. He will always put his site before me. I'll always put my site before him. So, and I'll put Val before him as well. So Val quoted a Ringside News tweet about WWE abandoning the Val trademark, and Val said, "What the dude? You're not a journalist. You're a simpleton pretending to be a journalist. WWE abandoned their attempt to prove they owned the Val Venis name. They never owned it. Therefore, it never expired. They abandoned their attempts to prove they owned the name. Here's a tip for you from a real journalist. Download the entire caseload of documents. The examining attorney spells it out." So, it's right. Look, it says, quote, "Get Sean Morley's consent or it's not WWE's." It's all free to download, and he has a link. So again, Val just backing up. You don't own my name. I still own it. Val's saying, I don't need the government. You think you can use it against me? You can't. And they're all stupid. Look, there's even a lawyer who backs him up. Look at this. Joey Armayo says, "Note to all the Twitter lawyers in the comments from an actual lawyer. All Val needs to do to invoice his trademark on the name is use the name in commerce, which he's been doing for years. That's all. And he can take someone to court for using it." So, again, common law, common sense, what do you want to call it? Here's another Val tweet to hang him high. Sean Ross Sapp and Ringside News. Hat trick. He's getting all of them here. Look. "This is a formal warning. The Val Venis name has never expired because it was never registered with a government agency. WWE abandoned their attempts to register it. I've been using it for years, and they abandoned it due to my refusal to consent. This is protected under common law. I am unequivocally stating that I do not consent to anyone using my business name Val Venis. Even me? Come on. Val, let me make a beanie." And Matt Kuhn. Geno, I bet you love Matt Kuhn.
And I don't know exactly who Matt Kuhn is. I know Matt Camp, former WWE employee. But who is this Matt Kuhn specifically?
We love Matt Camp. Matt Kuhn, though, can we find his tweet? Matt Kuhn's trying... Oh, I blocked him. I bet he blocked me too, though. Look. No, I guess not. So he had a tweet about Val. It said, "Today is a good day." By the way, imagine having music in your name and you've never made a song. Oh, here we go. "Today is already an amazing day." And it's Val Venis tweeting out, "Bring it, Matt Kuhn. Don't say I didn't give you the opportunity to make things right." So it's like, and look, 2,000 likes. Like, come on. Are you really liking a Matt Kuhn tweet? If so, I don't exist to you. Block me. I'll block you. We don't need to ever cross paths. I'll be liking Val Venis tweets. Thank you. Meanwhile, Matt Kuhn is just having a good day because the great Val Bowski noticed him. How pathetic is that? Val Venis loves me. Val Venis commented on Superfun Wrestling Time, "Oh my God, where has this been all my life? This guy rules." Val Venis worships me, and I worship him back. So Val Venis tweeted to Matt Kuhn, "Consider this your final warning. Your actions to harm my business are malicious and will result in severe consequences." Look. So again, he underlined and screenshots it. So, Geno, I hate to break it to you, but Val Venis wins.
He does win at the end, but I just want to see how much further this goes before, because he's not going to do any legal action. He's just saying that he could. He has every right to. He just wants to see people lose all their money for this one cause.
We will. And he privatized his Twitter because these goddamn leeches keep leeching. And then they act like that's a win. Ringside News publishes, Val Venis privatized his Twitter. Yeah, because an ass like you. Here's the last Val Venis tweet I saw from today. "Important announcement, brand protection. For 25 years, I've proudly used the name Val Venis. Unfortunately, a malicious actor has hijacked ValVenis.com. Wait, what is that? Stop. That's not funny. Geno, they took ValVenis.com. No, why did they do that? And he says, attempting to tarnish my reputation and mislead fans and business associates. I have no affiliation with this site, and I am pursuing all legal remedies. Oh, you're going down, Geno, and you're going down with them. Look, I'll make sure of it. I thank you for all the support, he says. And look, here's the only Valvinus socials, Geno. Look. X at Valvinus Ent. Facebook, the Valvinus, okay? Gab at Valvinus Ent. Instagram at Valvinus Ent. Noster. What the hell is Noster, Geno? You on that one?
I am not on this one. See, these are new social medias. I never used Gab or this Noster.
At Valvinus, okay? So Valvinus.com has been hijacked, and we'll get it back, Geno. We're taking them to court. And we've never lost a case. Check Valvinus' media history. He has secret audio recordings of him at traffic court winning. And we're taking our Noster back and our name back. So God bless Valvinus, Geno. He's going to win and you're going to lose.